You know what would actually be a very devilish move would be if I were to do that, you know, redeem myself on the Sundays where, you know, whoever gets it first gets 5 bonus points for the horse races. What would that happen if... Actually, now that I think about it, I've never competed myself in the horse races. I've never placed my own bet. Maybe I should from now on. Although, what happens if I win? If I were to win... I mean, I can't really give myself a sub, can I? Maybe we have a... Like the final boss. If I win the horse races, then instead it's a reversal. Everybody else watching has to sub to me instead. Instead of me giving out the subs, you all have to be the ones to sub to me. And then I may or may not rig it to be in my favor as well. But of course, I would never do a thing as silly as that though. But let's see, I think I finally have everything up and running. So let's move over across here. But hello and welcome everybody. Welcome to Laser, who was not first. And some would argue Laser being lost even. And you're never going to give you up as well, of course. It is, of course, Hump Day, Wednesday, whatever you want to call it. But more importantly, you know, I'm still amazed that it's called Hump Day. Well, I mean, to be fair, you know, it's the middle of the week, hump. That makes sense, but... I mean, I just hear the word Hump Day and I mean, you know, you can't just call it a Hump Day and, you know. And, wow. How could you tell from just these pieces? Never gonna give up, but it is indeed the first puzzle today. is Haruhi. In fact, I already have the jigsaw set up. It's 150 pieces only. We're gonna keep it nice and relaxed for the first one. You can join already there. I have it all set up already. There's no rotation, only 150 pieces. It should be nice and simple. And yeah, I mean, listen, Laser, I'm pretty sure we were all thinking the exact same thing. And yeah, I suppose the eyes over like in the top left-hand corner over here and the bottom right. Eyes are very distinctive. And you have Yuki's glasses there. I was gonna say though, I was a little bit better today than Monday in that, you know, I'm on time, well, relatively speaking. I was maybe, what, 5-6 minutes late. I know there are some people that always start, you know, on the dot. Like if they say they start at 7 o'clock, the stream goes live the minute it hits 7 o'clock. And, you know, sometimes if I'm expecting somebody to stream, I'll even sit in their chat room while they're busy preparing or something, or before the stream even starts, and you can see them in real time, changing the title from, you know, the previous stream to the current day's stream title, changing the category and everything. And they normally do this well in advance, like half an hour before the stream starts. They do this. Maybe I've been watching too much Spike, and the more I watch Spike, the later and later I get, and the worse I get at starting on time. You were thinking that when you were 15 or so, you heard it for the first time. Are you talking about Hump Day, Laser? I mean, I only heard about Hump Day like a couple of years back, like 2-3 years ago. I was very surprised because I think it's a European thing, Hump Day. I don't see Americans calling it Hump Day that often. For some reason, I feel like a lot of British people know it as Hump Day. But where was I? Oh yes, talking about me being late and everything. I nearly fell into the trap that I did on Monday, where I wanted to take a nap. And, you know, end up waking up in a rush. Thankfully though, I fought against the urge to nap. I decided, you know what? I am feeling a little bit tired, I'm feeling a little bit sleepy at 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, but I said no. I shall stay awake and I shall persevere, and I'll stick it out. Mainly because this is going to sound very weird to be tired at, you know, 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock in the afternoon, but last night, there's a reason why I felt so tired earlier now. And you don't really call it that where you live. I mean, I feel like nobody really calls it a hump day normally, but people started calling it hump day just because, you know, hump, very funny. But yeah, so last night, we had a bit of a big dinner. I suppose we had some family over, you know, celebrate the New Year's, and we had a big dinner. And because of that, after eating, I ended up with, I'm sure everybody knows it, the food coma. You know, where you eat so much and you just like, oh, I can't do anything. Oh, I can't move. I need to rest. Oh, I'm so full. You know, I'm sure everybody's had it at least once, the food coma, and then you lay down, and like just the act of being horizontal just allows the food to sit and like soak into yourself. I don't know how else to describe it. And then when you fall asleep, it is one of the best sleeps that you'll ever have. And that's what happened yesterday. I fell asleep at about 10 o'clock, which, all things considered, is insanely early. I normally go to bed at like, what, 3, 4, 5 a.m. sometimes even. So going to bed at 10 o'clock at night is crazy early for me. Now, because I went to bed so early, I of course woke up early. I woke up this morning at 6 a.m., which you might think, oh, that sounds normal. You know, it's almost like a regular thing. I hardly ever wake up that early in the morning. But you know, because I went to bed so early, I woke up that early. And I was not used to this. I am not ready to wake up at such early hours in the morning. It was crazy to think that by 5 o'clock already, I had been awake for 11 hours. I was like, oh my goodness. I would be sitting around at my desk and I'd feel like, wow, I've been awake for 5 hours, but it's only 11 o'clock. What's going on here? But that's not the main reason as to why I was so tired earlier. The ultimate reason as to why I wanted to just collapse and fall asleep is because on Monday, I watched a YouTube video of people doing a little competition. There was a competition to see who could do the most double jumps over a skipping rope consecutively. And I watched this video, and a lot of people failed. A lot of people only could do like one or so. And, there was one or two people that could do a lot. And I watched this, and I thought to myself, you know what? I want to try that. I mean, I have never skipped rope before. I've never jumped rope, done skipping or anything. And I thought, you know what? It can't be that hard, can it? It's just jumping over a rope, just jump. It can't be that hard. So, I went out yesterday and bought myself a skipping rope. And today, this afternoon, I was like, you know what? I'm going to try it. I am going to try and skip rope for the first time ever. It is not as easy as it looks. Let me tell you. Okay, well, maybe it is as easy as it looks, but the very first time you try it, it was a mission. Especially because if you're not used to it, I think what I did and what a lot of people do is they jump, but like they spring up into the air. They jump way higher than they need to. You technically only have to be just over the ground. Just high enough that the rope can pass underneath your feet. But I was trying to like set a high jump world record jumping over this rope because I was worried I would trip over and fall. Which is a very, very inefficient and very, very tiring. Eventually though, I got the hang of it. To a point where I could do like 10 consecutive single jumps over the rope. But the big issue is, I don't know if it's just me, but the rhythm is what gets me so often. Because obviously, as you move your hands up to swing the rope above you, that's when you should be going down. And then as your hands come down to, bring the rope down to your feet, that's when you jump. Which is kind of opposite, right? As your hands move down, that's when you go up with your feet. And then as your hands come back up, that's when you should be landing. That opposite of hands and feet, that messes with my head so much. It's like that thing that some people say where if you stick out your right leg and your right hand and you try and move your hand in a clockwise motion, but your foot in an anti-clockwise motion, it messes with your brain cannot physically do it, I feel like, at times. That multitasking aspect. And so when I was trying to skip rope, I kept on trying to time it together and jump whenever my hands were up at the top. So I would constantly either jump up as the rope was going over me, so I would hit myself in the back of the head, or I would land and just stand on top of the rope as it came underneath my feet. And this constant act of jumping up and down, and like I said, I wasn't doing it the proper way of only just going off the ground, just barely. I was practically springing up in the air and pounding my feet against the floor every single time I landed. It made my calves incredibly sore. In fact, I think I skipped for about 20 minutes only. Only 20 minutes of exercise, skipping rope. But my calves were on fire. Similar to, the feelings on my calves were similar to when I went hiking and climbed up a giant-ass mountain for hours. It was a similar feeling. And maybe it's just because I've been sitting on my ass for so long, these past days, weeks, months, that any form of exercise just was like a system shock to my body. But I realized then, I'm like, okay, there is absolutely no way. If I'm having trouble doing single jumps over a skipping rope, there's no way I can do a double jump over a rope. Well, not really a double jump, but have the rope pass underneath me twice in one jump. It's also scary. It's almost like riding a bicycle in a sense, where you want to go fast. You want to have the rope going around you fast, so that you can get into a good rhythm. But the faster it went, the scarier it was. Because it makes a sound of a whoop. I mean, it's like a plasticky material. So it literally goes, and every time it hits the floor, it's like whooping the floor, going. And I was like, oh my goodness, I don't want to have that hit me. But I realized going faster was actually better. It made it easier to time it. But then, with my horrible sense of rhythm, I would end up going too fast, and then I would just whack myself in the shins with the rope. Let's see. We almost have the outside edge done. I immediately took back what I said about, watching those other people skipping rope and thinking, oh, this should be easy. But it is now my new goal to learn how to skip properly. Or at least get better at it. Let's see. Oh, you didn't see the image earlier? Oh, the Haruhi image. Now that you see Nagato, you have to join. I mean, it's also topical because the last week we did these puzzles. We had a little bit of a tangent looking at the international Saimo rankings. And we looked at some of the winners of the cutest girls over the years. And I think Haruhi won once or twice. I do have, though, another puzzle planned up. Like I said, this is just a warm-up. It's only 150 pieces, no rotation. This is just a nice simple one. But I do have one already primed and ready as a second puzzle. Where is the lost edge piece on the right there? It shouldn't be this hard to find it. There's only so many pieces. Okay, it should have a red edge because it's Haruhi's skirt. I'm sure it'll show up somewhere. But I like that again, sticking to the age-old adage, we are building from the edges and also their faces. We know the important pieces, where to start. And yeah, it is once again another episode of Where is that lost edge? Oh, found it. All you have to do is call it out. But again, starting off strong with the edges and the faces. Up next is the boobs. The cleavage. We've already got the thighs basically because those were part of the edges. Let's see. How does it not fit there? Where's that go there? But like I was saying, though, yesterday we had some family over to have a little bit of a big dinner, and one of the people that came by was my cousin, and I was in a very peculiar position because seeing as though I had just recently graduated, that's the big. A lot of attention was brought to me then. A lot of questions were thrown my way. Oh, what are you planning on doing next year? Oh, are you planning on doing masters or anything? Oh. Have you thought about looking for any jobs or anything? Oh, are you going to stay at home now? Or do you have to go in anymore and go face to face, or is it going to be online? And I was bombarded the entire night with those types of questions. And I feel like especially because this isn't the first time that's happened. I've been bombarded with these questions many a time. Anytime a family member comes by to visit, it's always the exact same questions. Oh, what are you going to do next year then? Oh, you're going to do masters? Okay. In what field? Oh, I see. So are you going to have to go in for that? Or can you work from home? Oh, okay. Are you going to do anything else in the meantime? Or are you just going to work on studying? And yeah, I wish I could just... Actually, funny you say that, never going to give up. Funny you say that. I wish I could have said I'm becoming a NEET. Because one of my cousins, who's a little bit older than me, about like 7 or so years older than me, she... Actually, funnily enough, she has a job working at the same university that I am studying at. She does something, I don't know, some admin related job. And she actually has a master's of her own. But she did a thing where she worked at the same time as doing her master's. So she did part-time work as well as part-time studying. And so now at the dinner table, I was sitting next to her, and the entire time, because obviously it's something that she did, she kept on bugging me about, oh, you know, it'd be really beneficial if you find a job at the same time that you study, you know, because that way you can get some work experience at the same time. And I'm like, yeah, I know. I mean, work experience is always nice. And it's like, yeah, and you know, it can really help because if you do some work that's related to your studies, actually, you might get a chance to work for them afterwards as well, after you finish studying. I'm like, yes, I'm aware. That's normally what we call a bursary. And the entire night, it was just going on and on about, oh, you should try and find a job at the same time as studying. And I was just like, yeah, sure, that sounds great. But then I'm thinking to myself the entire time, not a chance do I want to work at the same time as studying. Studying alone makes me miserable enough. I don't want to have to dual wield a job and study. I mean, yeah, sure, I can get work experience, but so what? I would rather... I'm in no rush to find a job and enter the wagey life. I quite enjoy my free time, thank you very much. So it is at that point that I wish I could have said, actually, yeah, I'm planning on becoming a NEET. And yeah, even if it's a part-time job, like, also, I don't think the part-time job isn't in a sense of, you know, working at a grocery store or anything. She meant part-time job as in finding, like, work related to the field that I was going into. To say that, you know, oh, when you go and apply for companies, you can say that you've done professional work in the field already. I'm like, I'm pretty sure having a master's degree should be good enough. I don't think they're gonna care that I spent 2 weeks working at some random company where I sit on my ass the whole day, not doing any work for them. Little did she know that I am a Twitch streamer though. I should have said, oh, I already have a part-time job. I am an online clown for a living. Oh, I say for a living. I'm just an online clown. I feel like, especially because now that like I said, recently, having graduated, I even started making a LinkedIn profile and stuff like that. Because I realized I will have to eventually one day start looking for work. And I realized it's all about how well you can sell yourself and how well you can cake up your own achievements. Like my one friend of mine, his LinkedIn profile is fully kitted out. It has all of these fancy achievements, and I mean, to be fair, he did earn some pretty great achievements, but he has the most random things listed as accomplishments and whatnot. Like, I think every now and then we would have a group project, because we were also in the same class. Every now and then we would have a group project for a certain module, and because of how smart he was and how courageous he was, he would always be nominated as the group leader for these projects. And on his LinkedIn profile, under work experience, he lists himself as project manager for these. Again, these aren't like fancy projects. These are just modules in a university undergraduate class. He lists himself as project manager for so-and-so design team. And I'm just like, because I know him and I know, like, dude, you're calling yourself a project manager? That was for what? A 3-week-long project where we had like 2 group meetings for it. But I mean, here's the thing though. I know that. The employers that are looking at his resume won't. It's all about how well you can cake yourself up to be and how fancy you can make the things you do sound. So no, I am not a streamer. I am not a VTuber. I am a virtual entertainer who performs on an online survey for many to see with financially backed ad services provided by the biggest company in the world, Amazon. Providing entertainment values in the same area as some great people such as XQC or Nyanas. We are essentially toe to toe. We are on the same platform. We are simply co-workers. Yes, I am indeed a co-worker of the Nyanas and the Iron Mouse. I mean, it's not wrong, technically speaking. I can technically call myself a co-worker with Iron Mouse. We both are contracted to work on Twitch.tv. So technically speaking, we are co-workers. We're getting to the many part. That sounds good. Let's see the. Actually, I'm curious though. If you are a VTuber, would you be able to put that in any way whatsoever on a CV? I mean, you could say graphic design when you make schedules or stream assets. Even though most of the time that's what, just ripping off free assets that other people have made and then editing the text in Photoshop or GIMP. Social media management. Oh, actually, you could classify that as social media management work. Manage a Twitter profile. Ooh. What else could you have? Public speaking? Public speaking is a good one. You can say you have experience in public relations too, exactly. I feel like I feel like, depending on what companies you apply to, you can say that you have a Twitter account and you have not been cancelled, and I feel like that is worthy of something. To say that you have a Twitter account and you have not been involved in any scandals, any drama whatsoever, that is a bonus, I feel like. That should go on your resume. You know, if Blizzard is looking for employees, yes, I am not a female abuser. I believe in equal rights for women. I do not sexually harass women. Bonus points. Not being a sexual harasser already makes you, what, greater than a significant majority of people probably applying for jobs at like places like Blizzard. Oh, I'm so glad that the pieces are so big. Otherwise, the white parts of these dresses would have been so hard had the pieces been smaller. Had we not gone with 150 size puzzle. Getting to the point where Kronk would appear and say, oh yeah, it's all coming together. Since it is indeed all coming together. Only a few red pieces left. This one, oh, I should... Ugh! Come on, come on, come on, come on. I'm rapidly trying to find it. Is this it? You know what time it is?
Oh yeah, it's all coming together.
Oh, Oh yeah, Kronk. It is indeed all coming together. I know it was a race that Laser was doing to try and make sure that Yuki was finished before Haruhi. And you know what? That's a valiant effort to make sure that your waifu is built first. It's the inevitable waifu race, you know. I gotta make sure my girl is finished before your girl. Speaking of, you know, that sort of waifu wars though. The next puzzle that I have ready and waiting is perfect for waifu wars. Even though there shouldn't be a war, there's a very obvious answer, but that's all I can see. It is going to be this one here. I'll hover over it. It is a picture of the quintessential quintuplets. The Nakano sisters. Ichika, Nino, Miku, Yotsuba, and Itsuka. And again, it's a little bit late. It's like, what, 2 weeks late? But it's a nice little Christmas time puzzle. That's what I said. Now that we've had our little warm-up, shall we go with a classy 400-piece puzzle? Oh my goodness. Oh, I'm just looking at all of the pink. Oy, oy, oy. Actually, wait, hang on. At least on the bright side, in the anime, the hair colors of all the girls are different and distinct from each other. Because I know in the manga, all of their hair colors were the exact same. So at least there's some color distinction with the hairs. But let's see. I think 400 seems a bit iffy. Let's go 360. That should be fine. And never gonna give up. I shall join you in that speedrun for Miku's completion. I refuse to build anybody else except Miku first. Maybe Ichika. Well, let me quickly copy or create the multiplayer game. And copy that. And hello, Respite. Come just in time. To witness as we engage in the biggest waifu war ever. Who of the 5 quintessential quintuplets are going to be the one to be built first? Actually, can I sabotage this? Can I, like, hide all of the pieces that aren't... Oh, there's already Miku's eyes. Can I hide all the pieces that aren't Miku? Can I just hide Nino's faces and everything else like that? And yes, it is Jigsaw time, Respite. And yes, Laser, Miku is the girl with the headphones. And I don't know if she is the most popular, but that aesthetic of headphones, and also she's the one that wears stockings as well. She had one of the biggest openers of the show, since I think very early on in the anime / manga, there's a scene where the main character Futaro is chasing after Miku, you know, running after her all around the school, and all the running makes her sweaty and hot and bothered, and then she has to take off her stockings because, you know, it's getting all hot. And obviously, you know, if you see a girl undressing, taking off her stockings, everybody goes, ooh. And whenever you see anyone talk or like a character on the show, it's always her. Good. As it should be. As it should be, Laser. You've literally never seen anyone say that anyone other than the Headphones Girl is a favorite. I know a lot of people like, or at least me, I know Ichika is another fan favorite. Because she has the whole older sister Onesan Ara vibe going on. Itsuki are basically people that like eating. I mean, even you can see, even in this picture here, Itsuki, the one in the lower left-hand corner, is eating. Hence why she has been dubbed the nickname Eat Suki. I suppose, like, if we go by archetypes, Yotsuba, the one with the green hairband there, is sort of like the Genki friend, you know, always so happy and uppity and all that stuff. Itsuki, the one eating the chicken drumstick, is sort of the dork of the family. Ichika, the one with pink hair, the short pink hair, is the older sister One-san type, even though technically speaking they're all born on the same day, they're quintuplets. Miku, and the one in the center there, is the kudere. And Nino, the one on the right holding the cake, is sort of the haughty-taughty Ojo-sama type of character archetype. And yes, Laser, unfortunately, I guess I am part of the normies that are a Miku enjoyer. But you know what? Maybe this once, the normies are right. But you know what? I'm not gonna spoil it, but of the 5 sisters, there can only be one winner. And obviously, you know, I don't think they're there in the anime yet, but in the manga, at least, when the manga came out, the different factions of fans were definitely had opinions on who won and who deserved to win. I'll say that much. And yes, it's I don't know why, but it just, the prime anime tropes worked, you know. Girl number 1 likes food, girl number 2 is shy, girl number 3 is full of herself, girl number 4 is Genki, it's girl number 5, older sister, it just works. And then obviously, the main male character is, OMG, it's literally me, so relatable guy. You know, socially awkward, no friends, what is it? Really smart, but what is it? Not very athletic. And he's also so, what a dunce, he doesn't even realize all of them like him. Oh, what a silly Billy. Oh my goodness, it's literally me. And yeah, as always, there's only one. I miss when there were shows that had, what is it called? Omnibus endings, where there would be 1 or 2 common episodes. You know, the first 2 episodes are the starting branch, and then from there onwards, there would be like 2 or 3 episodes dedicated to each other main character and their endings. I know Amagami had that. Amagami had that, definitely. And there was another one. Oh, wait. There was another anime that had an omnibus ending. Or, you know, different endings for each character. The name escapes me. The best I can do is describe the plot. But it was of a brother and sister that moved to a new place, and one of the arcs were where the brother and sister rekindled their love for each other. This is the best way I can put it. And oh, that's what it is, Laser. It is Yosuga no Sora. That also had an omnibus ending where one of the heroines who could have had an arc of their own was the sister, which had a very interesting arc, to say the least. But yeah, it is mainly the visual novel adaptations that have arcs like that. Yeah, Amegami was also a visual novel. Hence the split arc like that. I know there was another show. The name also escapes me. But I think it had something to do with a swimming club or a photography club. The main character joined some sort of photography club or something like that. And woo, you caught a stream. You did indeed catch a stream, Sniping Cactus. And you caught possibly one of the best streams possible. The classic Wednesday Jigsaw Puzzle stream. But welcome, Sniping. If I remember correctly, the last time you were here was also for a Jigsaw Puzzle stream coming in from Joe's raid. So if you would like to, you can help out in this puzzle here of the quintessential quintuplets. A fairly popular anime. It's actually got a second season and movie coming out soon, I realized. And if you would like to join in, you can type in !Jigsaw to get the link. Or if you just want to sit back and relax, that is also an option that you can do. One of the waifu anime you haven't seen. Oh, okay. Well, here is the interesting question then, Sniping Cactus. Seeing as though you have not seen this anime, you know, you don't really have any opinion yet on the girls. You haven't watched any of the episodes. Out of the 5 girls here, which one, just based off the looks, is your favorite? Out of the 5 girls here, the bottom left one eating the chicken, the one with the green hairband, the one with the reindeer antlers, the short-haired one, or the one holding the cake. Which is your favorite? Let's do a test here and see. Nobody influenced him. Nobody influenced Sniping Cactus's choice here. I would like to see which one, right off the bat, just based on visuals alone, is your favorite. If you had to pick one of them. Yes! Sniping Cactus, a man of brilliant taste. My chair fell over. I jumped up in excitement. But Sniping Cactus, that is the correct answer. The reindeer antlers is indeed looking cute. That is the correct choice. Unlike Respite, who I will have to ban shortly after the stream for choosing... Actually, no. Respite, choosing Ichika is a fairly fine choice. As long as you don't choose Nino, that's fine. Ichika is a brilliant backup choice. To be fair, I do kind of... Sometimes the short hair... I'm a bit indifferent on it. Sometimes short hair can work, sometimes it doesn't. And you're right, Ichika does have the Hanakana buff. Which is... I was surprised when they revealed that Hanazawa Kana would be Ichika's voice actor, the girl with short hair. And yes, the Kanbaru short hair. It's, like I said, short hair works when it's the... I don't want to call it tomboyish, because it's not always a tomboy, but... The dude bro type of girl. Not necessarily tomboy, but... The short hair on girls like that are perfect. And I feel like out of these 5 girls, Ichika is definitely the broiest of them all, if I could put it like that. Short hair always works, so you don't have to blazer. Kambaru Suruga, short hair. Also voiced by Miyuki Sawashiro. The perfect combination. Short hair, Miyuki Sawashiro voice actor. You cannot go wrong with that. Although, I don't know why, but I think I only prefer short hair if it's... The girl just has short hair from the start. I'm not a fan of when a girl has long hair and then they cut it to be short. I don't know why. But seeing a girl... Okay, actually no, to be fair... Karen, Araragi's sister from Monogatari, when she cut her hair short, that was kind of fitting. And yeah, it's character development. I am mature now. I'm old enough to cut my hair. And by me cutting my hair, I will now become a whole different person. No longer am I going to be this weak, shallow character. I am now going to be a strong, independent person that knows how to use scissors. But at least in like Monogatari, them cutting their hair is actually significant. No, when Karen cut her hair, or Senju cutting her hair. But everything also, it's literally just... It's either for a time skip, they just happen to cut their hair for the time skip, Or I don't know what else. Actually, to be fair, actually in the quintessential quintuplets, there is a scene where one of the girls cut their hair short. If I'm not mistaken, it's Nino, the girl on the right there that cuts her hair short. I forget the exact reason why. Oh, there was some symbolism to it. Because again, in the anime, I mean, you can clearly see here, all 5 of them have different color hair. But in the manga, they all have the exact same shade of hair. So it makes it a lot harder to distinguish between them. So more often than not, the only way you could tell the difference is the length of hair. So you could always tell who Ichika is because of her short hair. You could always tell who Yotsuba is because of her not ponytail, the green ribbon. Itsuki has the 5 or the 2 stars on her, and also she's the fattest because she eats a lot. That is canonical, by the way. And Nino is the one that has the long hair. So very often, the 5 girls would play the quintuplets game, where they all disguise as each other, or they all do their hair in the same way, and they try and fool people because they all look so similar. And but it was nice actually in that you could always, if you were paying very close attention to the mannerisms or the way they spoke, you could tell who was who. Except for when the author, Neji Haruba, decided to say, no, actually, I'm going to give you no hints whatsoever. I'm going to draw one of the girls here. You don't know who it is. In fact, he probably doesn't even know who the girl he drew was. He just drew one of them doing something, and you would have to guess. A scary setting with 5 of them looking exactly the same. I wonder if I can find an image. But yes, especially, if you think about it, when you're the main character, you're the one guy and all these girls are fighting and fawning over you. And they're pressuring you, Surely if you really know us, you would know each of us and who we are, right? And this guy would then get pressured to figure out each and every one of them correctly. But I remember there's a very big arc in the manga where they all go to a hot spring? Hot spring, I think. And the 5 of them all are in their kimonos and everything. And the main character walks in on them all, and they're all dressed up the exact same way, and it's like, whoa! And I feel like, by default, whenever they all have to dress the same, they almost always all dress up to look like Miku, the reindeer antler girl. Let me see if I can find it now. And yeah, it's better to not get a single one correct than get them all correct. Because if there's only one that actually sniping cactus, I mean, hopefully you guys don't mind if I spoil this, but that is actually one of the big reasons as to why theories were going around about why one certain girl would win. The fact that the main character, Futaro, was able to correctly identify one of the girls specifically when they all dressed the same was huge. It's the power. It must be the power of love, right? Only the power of love would allow you to correctly guess the girl. Let me see if I can find it though. Should have an image of it somewhere. I can probably also just Google it if I need to. But it was also the whole thing of choosing the correct person when they're all looking at this. I think even the girls themselves say it'd be the power of love. That's the only way that you would be able to discern who is who. So with that pressure, yeah, it would probably be better to get them all wrong than to get one of them correct. Let's see. I still remember when I read this. I think was it 2 years ago, 3 years ago, that the manga was ongoing. It is one of the few times where I was actually really happy that I was reading a manga as it came out on a weekly basis, as opposed to binging it all when it was done. I finally understood what it was like to be in the know, you know, in the happening as it happened. Without any spoilers from others who have already finished it. Normally, I hate the waiting period, you know, the wait 1 week or wait 1 month until the next. Exactly, Sniping Cactus. I hate the whole, oh, wait until next week. Oh, it ended on a cliffhanger. What happens next? Oh, I don't know. But I understand now after reading this manga the suspense and the that week. Instead of waiting, it was a week of trying to do mental gymnastics to figure out, okay, now surely my favorite girl will still be able to win somehow. Surely it'll still be my favorite girl who comes out on top, right? And Sniping. I think I said this last week as well, but the amount of shows that I end up involuntarily dropping because I would watch the first season, I'd binge all the first season, and I would see, oh hey, there's a second season coming out soon. But obviously it's not out yet, and I would say, oh, I'll watch it. I'll wait for it all to come out and then I'll watch it. And then I never get around to watching it. I just cannot bring myself to keep track, especially because growing up when I used to watch anime a lot in high school, I was bad in high school when it came to watching anime. I would watch a full season every single weekend. I wouldn't watch anything during the week. Every Saturday, I would choose a series and I would just watch the entire thing that day. Because I don't want to have to wait. If I have that all here in front of me, why not just watch it all in one go? And it's especially bad with manga. So many series that you started only to see them get adaptations a few years later. The one thing I hate about the manga anime stuff is that so often the anime is well, I mean, that is the point of anime, right? It serves as an advertisement to the manga. So that it ends after season 1 in the middle of nowhere and you go, oh no, I want to know what happens next. I guess I gotta read the manga. Which has only really worked on me, I think, 3 times. There's only been 3 times ever that I've watched an anime and said, you know what, I need to go back and read the manga now. Mainly because the anime, or the manga that the anime was based on, was finished by the time that the anime came out. I hate it when an anime comes out of a show or of a manga that is still also ongoing. Because then it's like a race against themselves, almost. I think the only 3 shows that convinced me to read the manga, they were of course all rom-coms. They were Kaichou wa Maid-sama, so I forget what the English would be. But it was the show where the class president ended up being a maid at a cafe. Aoharu Ride, Blue Spring Ride, which was a whole nother can of worms. And Tonari no Kaibutsu-kun, the little monster next to me. All of them rom-com, you know, the classic trope, or the style. High school rom-com. That was my go-to, I suppose. My, what is it called? Guilty pleasure. There's nothing wrong with liking high school rom-coms though, right? As a guy. Even though I know the target audience is girls, there's nothing wrong with liking those as a guy, right? I suppose especially because all of the main characters, again, oh my gosh, the main character is literally me. I bet I could be just as cool as him and get all the girls who would swoon over me. Oh. Yamato Narushiko Shishi Henge was fun? Highly recommend. Oh, that's something that I'm gonna have to Google then. wallflower. Ooh. 4 high school boys must transform their landlady's niece, a reclusive goth girl, into a beautiful lady, or the rent will triple. Only had 1 season, 25 episodes, so 2 cores. Ooh. Oh, so this is a, what is it called? Reverse harem. Wait, oh, no, I do know the show. Yes. Reverse harems aren't that very popular, but I feel like they work really well. Like, what is the other one? The opening goes, kiss, kiss, fall in love. The ending song is by, the people at Heki Rek. Lost Alliance. What's it called? The blonde guy's Tamaki. And Haruhi is the girl. Why can't I remember the name of it? Oh no. I know the ending song. It's Shiso. Wow. Why can I not remember it? Ouran High School Host Club. That's what it was. Oh my goodness. It's been so long. I couldn't remember the name of it. Yes, it was Ouran High School Host Club. And so yeah, like rom-com as well as shoujo are, I feel like maybe it's just romantics at heart. I wish I could find love like the main character. And yeah, Haruhi as the main character in Ouran High School Host Club was pretty cool as well. She was kind of like a, I don't want to say tomboy, but you know, she wasn't the typical, oh no, woe is me. Oh, I'm such a girly girl. Which was nice to see. But yeah, rom-com is a little bit of a hit or miss, as Laser said. Oh, but it's not really a reverse harem? Yamato Nadeshiko, that is. I just saw, you know, a group of 4 guys and transforming one girl into a beautiful woman, and my head just immediately sprung to reverse harem. But I suppose I'll take your word for the respite. A lot of shoujo and other rom-com fall into the trap of being too heavy on the high school drop. Yeah. But again, I think I read something recently that people were complaining. I forget who it was. Oh, I know. I didn't watch the entire video, but I saw Moist Critical put out a video. I think he was talking. I didn't watch the video because I didn't have time, but I looked at the comments, and I think the gist of the video was about why is it always high schoolers? Like, you know, why is it always high school shows or shows about high school and stuff like that? Like, I want to see a rom-com anime of just straight up adults, you know, the adult dating life. Because I'm no longer in high school. I can no longer self-insert as the cool, oh so mysterious, brooding guy in high school. I want to see the rom-com story of a man that sits at home all day and somehow finds love. But actually, isn't that just Welcome to the NHK? Now that I think about it. I think that might actually be the closest thing. Welcome to the NHK. But hello as well, by the way, to Mechanicat and to Red Robotic Man as well. You don't really need to put myself in the position, or yourself, in the position for the love. Good story is the cheerleader regardless. That's true, Simon Cactus. You don't always have to self-insert as the main character, you know. You don't always have to be the guy that gets the girl. You don't always have to be the guy that is able to pull off random cool superpowers. Sometimes you just... It's like the same, yeah, like in shonen fighting shows. You don't have to be Naruto. You don't have to pick up the next Hokage yourself. But sometimes just seeing good fights or good rom-com stories is good enough, as is. Yeah, we gotta get... The adult dating life is... I want to see a modernized adult dating life rom-com anime where it's just a guy swiping on Tinder non-stop and going through all of these crazy and wacky Tinder dates. And trying e-dating. But I agree, Sniper Catch, the seinen rom-com are rare, but normally when they are done, they're done pretty well. Asagao Tokase-san begins in high school, but as time goes on, they graduate and enter college. Ooh. College is also I feel like, yeah, it's almost always high school shows. Even college shows are quite rare. It's also Yuri with real... Oh, you had me at Yuri, Laser 3. You had me at Yuri. You've been seeing a lot of clips from some random one of several couples in a company. Couples in a company. I wonder... I can't be Getsuyobi no Tawa. But I actually don't know when last I've seen... Actually, no, I do know when last I've seen. Sometimes I would get random clips from anime shows, but like, you know, with the typical clickbait, like, oh my goodness, when the it just have like the most random clickbait thumbnail and title, and it would always be of a scene where, you know, an accident happens. Oh, I know what it was. It was the show Why Are You Here, Teacher? Nande koko ni iru sensei. You know, where the big clip is where the guy walks into the bathroom and the teacher is there in the toilet. And then every guy can live out their high school fantasy of wanting to bang their high school teacher. Those clips were going like wildfire. Actually, Asagawa Takase-san got an OVA adaptation. It was great. I'm going to Google it now, Laser, now that you've... With such high reviews from you. Let me have a look at it. I mean, yeah, like Sniper says, I heard the word Yuri in it, so I'm definitely... Oh wait, is this... I feel like this is familiar. This is... Oh no, I almost thought it was... Like, what is it called? Citrus. Citrus was the other Yuri anime that I remember hearing a lot about. Oh, and they're cute as well. I like the short-haired girl. I like the short-haired girl. That's all I'm saying. She wears the pants in the group. Oh my goodness, definitely. Uh-oh. Let me actually show you guys so you can see here. I am definitely a fan of the girl on the right. yeah, never gonna also mention Citrus there. But I feel like Citrus is just bait for, oh, it's Yuri, ooh. Lesbians, woohoo. They're not actually, like, the only clips from Citrus that I've seen are just, you know, when they get all handsy and never actually, you know, like lovey-dovey moments. Which says a lot about the show, I feel like. Senpai ga Uzai Kohai no Hanashi was the name. No clue if it's good. Ooh. Oh, is that the one with the multiple different relationships in the company? I mean, yeah. Is it bait though if they deliver on it? Once again, it's always a dangerous topic to talk about, you know, when it comes to talking about anime. Heaven forbid we start talking about JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Heaven forbid. At least we are on the hopeless romantic side of things, where we're talking about rom-com and Yuri. The only school anime you ever watched was High School Dead. Arguably, one of the better high school shows to watch, Mechanic Cat. Oh my goodness. Yes, Hibiki Euphonium was incredibly Yuri baity with the main girl and the one that I forget other girl's name. Reina. Was it? Was it Reina? Actually speaking about Hibiki Euphonium, that is one of the shows that I planned on watching for such a long time, but I never got around to it. Again, because of the exact same reason. Because season 1 was out, and I said to myself, ooh, I want to watch season 1, but season 2 is currently airing. You know what? I'm gonna wait for season 2 to finish, and then once both those seasons are out, then I will binge through all of it together in one go. And then I forgot about it and never went back to it again. And hello, Kine. What an opening statement to say, but Yuribate is so good. He says as he entered the stream. By the way, you missed out the first puzzles that we did as a warm-up, Kine. But it was... we have it over here still. This was the first one that we did. Good old Nagato Haruhi. And yeah, as I said, Yuri bait, bad. Actual Yuri, though, that's what we're talking about now. Oh, music crashed. Oh no. Let me reload that quickly. There we go. Yeah, we actually, that's true. We haven't had or at least, to be fair, I'm not really up to date with airing shows, but we haven't had an actual Yuri anime in quite a while. If you just want cute girls, you'll watch any random cute girls do cute things. Yeah. Cute girls doing cute things? That's alright. Cute girls doing sexy things? Now that's, to each other. Whoa. That's something else now. Now we're talking. Also, I can't help but notice, coming back to the puzzle here, there is a big lack of Miku being built here. We're slacking. We are slacking. We cannot let the other girls win. Never. I know you're a fellow Miku Chad here with me. We gotta pick things up here. Even though I know you're the one that did most of Miku's face and I did absolutely nothing. You're having trouble finding the pieces. You shouldn't be using your eyes. If you're using your eyes to find the pieces, that is wrong. The correct way is to use your heart. Let your heart guide you to where your waifu is. That is the real way. Your eyes are useless, but your heart shall strike true. To be fair, now that the face is done, there's not really much else to go off of. You know what? We can maybe declare a truce. We shall help all the other girls just to get rid of their junk pieces that are cluttering the board. To make the Miku pieces a bit easier to find. And I can't help but notice we are once again at the classic one more edge piece needed episode in our show. Where could it be though? Oh wait, is this Xenoblade Chronicles 2 music? This is... Ooh, let me have a look and see. Yes, it is. More Ordained Night from Xenoblade Chronicles 2. Good ear, Kine. Good ear. It is more specifically just a playlist of Nintendo music. And oh, the edge pieces are finally now complete. And once again, first things first is the edge pieces, and then the faces. The anime be like, anime girls like and subscribe. I mean, hey, listen. It works, right? It works. Just throw on cute girls doing cute things and boom. Sales through the roof. Speaking of liking and subscribing though, Laser, actually, that brings me the perfect segue. If you haven't already, go ahead and like and subscribe onto the YouTube channel. Thank you, Laser, for giving that perfect segue. I cannot guarantee you cute anime girls doing cute things, but I can guarantee you a dumb clown making a fool of himself. Let's see. Somebody, I think that's in Respite, that's been working on this top left-hand corner here the entire time, which is very respectable. To not choose to work on a girl, but instead to choose on working in the background, doing the deed that nobody else would dare to do. Maybe it's this tactic is to save the best for last, though. Oh. Maybe that's what Respite's been planning. I don't like the fact that we have not yet gotten Ichika's face yet. Short-haired girl. Where are her eyes? Oh, but speaking of cute anime girls, though, maybe if I couldn't convince you to subscribe to the YouTube channel, maybe I know somebody else who will. Since we said cute anime girls doing cute things will get anybody to do anything, let's call one out right now.
Oh my, look at this. Are we building more puzzles today? I just love building puzzles. Oh my goodness. Hello, your daily dose. You come at a perfect time. Just that I could come and see you all. Your daily dose is right there. Were you waiting for me, daily dose? Oh, what a sweetheart. You were waiting for me to come out to say hello. Hello to you too, daily doge. And hello to these 5 cute girls that we're building in our puzzle today. My goodness, just look at how cute they are. But of course, I'm sure none of them are as cute as myself, right? Out of all of these girls here on screen right now, the 5 girls in the puzzle and me, surely I'm the cutest of them all, right? You wouldn't think of anybody else cuter than me, right? Why do I keep making the anime you watch as puzzles? Did you just start watching? Daily Doge! You just started watching today. Oh, that's brilliant! Actually, that makes us a very important question, Daily Doge. Out of the 5 girls, which is your favorite one so far? This is a very important question. Other than me, of course. I'm not included here. We're only talking about the 5 girls in the show. It's because, you know, Daily Doge, you see, it's a maid's duty to know about her viewers. And so I've been watching you very, very carefully, your Daily Doge. When I'm not streaming, I make sure to keep a very, very close eye on you. It is a maid's duty after all. A maid must always be ready to serve her master. That means that she must keep a close eye over them at any point in time. Ooh, your Daily Doge is thinking carefully about who the favorite girl is. Again, this is a very, very important question, Daily Doge. There is a correct answer after all. Let's hope that you choose the correct one. Yes! Daily Doge, you chose the correct answer by saying Miku. Although, I can't help but you saying probably. That should be a definitely, I think. That should not just be a probably. It should be definitely Miku, though, I'm sure. The fact that you took so long to come up with that answer was a little concerning. But you know what? I can't get mad at a fellow Miku lover. After all, we were talking about Yuri early on in all the Yuri anime. Boy, if I could get my hands on Miku and we could have a Yuri anime of our own, oh my goodness. Oh, my mind is running wild. Heavens help me. Would you all be interested in watching a Yuri show, if it was Miku and myself? I think I'm just as cute as Miku. Maybe even a little bit cuter even. You actually forgot. How could you forget her name, Daily Doge? It's been so long since you watched the second season. You know what? Forgetting your waifu's name. Despicable, but you know what? I'll let it slide for now. Because again, you can't be mad at a fellow Miku lover. But now that I've come and found out and clarified that everybody's favorite chair is Miku, I shall be on my way. Whee!
You drastically don't sleep, it's making your memory foggy. Hopefully though, you do get some rest though when you need your Daily Doge. But let's see. Hopefully the maid didn't cause too much trouble while I was gone. You know, the maid is cute and all, but I still think that Miku's better than her. I mean, if I could have Miku as my maid, then, ooh, now we're talking. Actually, I'm pretty sure I have a image of a maid Miku, don't I? Let me do some searching on my hard drive. Let's see. Neza said that you've got chocolate... Wait, why? Why is that in quotation marks? Chocolate syrup for Christmas, but not the kind of syrup you're thinking of. It's a translucent barista syrup. You don't think it's real chocolate either because contents of the back says aroma, not cocoa extract. Is it just like or aesthetic chocolate syrup and not actual chocolate? But I absolutely do have a maid Miku. Imagine if instead of that maid, we could have a maid redeem where we have this. Now that is something else. Imagine that was the maid that we called out. I would use my own infinite amount of points to call her out every single chance that I had. But let's see. What is this about the chocolate syrup? This product isn't even available for... Oh! It's not even for sale anymore. You have a rare artifact laser. That's what you have. Probably because it wasn't very popular. It does not taste very chocolatey or particularly good. I mean... Maybe if you save that laser, that chocolate syrup could end up being like what? The Szechuan sauce from McDonald's. The very, very, very rare and very coveted fake chocolate syrup. And hello as well, Rez Amon. Hopefully I can just call you Rez. If you would also like to join the puzzle, Rez, you can type in !Jigsaw and you'll get the link to build this puzzle here. Have you watched Quintessential Quintuplets yourself, Rez, by any chance? Seeing as though that is the puzzle we are building. Because if you have, there's a very important question you need to answer. which of the 5 girls are your favorite. And in fact, even if you haven't watched the show, just looking at this picture here of the 5 girls, just based on visuals alone, which is your favorite girl of the 5 on the puzzle? You haven't watched it? Okay, well, that's perfectly fine then. In that case, based off of just the visuals alone of the 5 girls, which one just catches your eye? The one that you just seem attracted to the most based on just the visuals? You don't think you would have much of a waifu? After all, you like men. I mean, listen. You can have a husband as well, Daily Doge. You're concentrating too much on the puzzle pieces you sold. Oh my goodness, Rez. We have a traitor amongst our midst. Somebody who doesn't like Miku? What? How can that be? No. That's I mean, you know what, Rez? Even though you didn't choose Miku, the one in the middle with the reindeer antlers, that's fine. We'll welcome you nonetheless, Rez. Arguably the most controversial pick. Taking Nino, the girl on the right side with the long hair. I'm assuming that's who you meant when you said the right side. They're certainly trying to go for the chocolate flavor, but you don't think it actually contains chocolate. Well, I mean, you said they don't sell it anymore. Maybe if it's old, maybe it lost its flavor. But I mean, you did say it's aroma and not actually cocoa powder. It's chocolate adjacent. A little bit like citric acidy. Oh. I mean, maybe the whole point is just for the aroma anyway, and not actually the chocolatey taste. You want the puzzled piece of Miku's tits you're joining in? I mean, Miku, all of their breasts are still available and up for grabs. So if you can find those puzzle pieces, you can be the one to grab that puzzle piece and say, I grabbed so-and-so's breasts. You can do that. But that's, you know what, Daily Lush? Miku is somebody that you like for the personality and for the looks, and in my opinion at least. And Laser's pulling out the age-old question of the short hair versus, or the short and tall girls. And like you said, you had an uninformed pick, yeah. I mean, like I said, again, the nice thing about these girls is because they're quintuplets, they can all dress up to be one another. So if you choose Nino, the girl on the right-hand side with the long hair, she can technically dress up to look like one of the other girls. You know, all you have to do is change the hairstyle a little bit, and bing, bada, boom, you've got one of the other girls immediately, just like that. That's one of the benefits, I suppose, of having quintuplets. Or dating a quintuplet. You can imagine dating a quintuplet, or one of the quintuplets, and you ask, and you feel like, oh, you know, you mind maybe just dressing up and looking like one of the other girls, and just so I could fantasize about it. You could technically date all 5 girls visually at any point in time, if the one you choose is willing to dress up as the others. But I mean, look at Miku's smile. Just that simple little smile. Not baring their teeth out, but just a little. Ow. Yeah, it's earlier on I was talking about how one of the benefits I can say when applying to companies that I don't sexually harass women, but here I am talking about groping women's breasts at any point in time. Just yoinking the pieces that others have put together and assembling at this point. Sniping Cactus, here's the secret. You feel bad about just yoinking other pieces. I'm hardly even contributing at all. I'm hardly placing any pieces at all. That's my secret. Let me actually have a look and see what one of Laser's favorite videos are. Why is it not hovering over here? Open link.
Alright, questions for guys, part 1. Do you like tall girls or short girls?
Men.
Oh, is that why Laser asked Daily Doge if he likes tall girls or short girls when Daily Doge said, I like men instead? Hey, more power to you, that guy, dude. He knows what he wants. He's on that... You know? Real men don't care about women. Real men are on that Sigma grind set. They're out here putting in the work, putting in the hours. And that's why, if you're on that Sigma grind set, you don't care about women. You care about other men that are also on that Sigma grind set. Because you know what you want to do? In order to become the Sigma, you gotta prove that you're better than the other men. That's why you gotta date those men and prove to them that you are the one who wears the pants. You gotta take other men down and you gotta dominate them to show that you are the real Sigma. That's what the Sigma grind set is all about. I date men not for love, but to assert dominance over them. To prove that I am the Sigma. It's just as simple as that. I don't have time to date women. Oh, is that a video as well, Laser? I'm literally talking about this video. Ooh, let's have a look and see. Oh, is this the Rock?
It's about dick, it's about penis. Men are from Mars, but I'm from Venus. Put it in the butt, spank 'em in the shower, and take what's ours. I want to drain the main vein, prostate massage so insane until you scream. I'm so motherfucking gay. Women gonna fuck though. Masturbation, ejaculation, slinging lots of semen to the masses. Face to face and now we fornicating. Pussy only when I'm busting asses. Meat on you so thick indeed. When I'm pumping hard, you gonna scream, mama. Don't bring condoms to the queen, Brahma. Coming on you with extreme mana.
Man, the next time I go working out, that's what I'm gonna be playing in my mind. It's not about drive. It's not about power. It's about dicks and the butts. You're definitely going in a very weird way. We went from talking about Yuri to now talking about. Actually, you know what? No, that's not gay. That's just talking about straight facts. That's about that Sigma grind set. You want to clip that, but you're not going to do it? About the... what is it? The Rock? Or my Sigma grind set rant. I'll probably do it myself later and upload that. Hopefully, if I upload that clip of me talking about wanting to bang dudes for the Sigma grind set, surely people will understand that that's sarcasm, right? Surely they'll understand that that's a joke. I would hope. I would hate for people to take that seriously. Yeah, just so we're all clear, by the way, what I said earlier was a joke. I'm not looking to dominate other men. In case I need to clarify that. I feel like I need to. I shouldn't need to clarify it, but I feel like I should clarify that just in case. Press exit down. No. Perhaps a cute boy. Ooh, a cute boy is gonna DM me. Oh my goodness. I can't wait for that. Exit out that people won't misunderstand that is. I mean, people out there are dumb. People out there are very dumb. I am not a bottom, red robotic man. I'm not a bottom, I'm not a top. I'm neither. I'm just a bystander. I am not bottom or topping. I'm off to the side. I'm here for all the dudes with cute butts and thighs. I'll grab and follow them. I mean, I have to be careful about what I say. Cute butts and thighs are good on girls. Not to say that dudes can't have cute butts and thighs, but I would prefer my cute butts and thighs to be on women instead of men. I'm just saying. That's all I'm gonna say about that. I don't have the masculine urge of dominating other men. I feel like I shouldn't comment on that. I feel like I should not say anything about that. Because otherwise I'm gonna end up with what Red Demonic Man said. Where now apparently I like to watch. No, I don't. I do not like to watch. No. I'm not in the room. I am outside the room. I am not aware of what is going on inside the room. That's what some gotcha bit is. Oh. Aniki, no. I mean, to be fair, is there anything more masculine than dominating another dude? I mean, animals do it all the time, right? Where, like lions, I think? In order to prove yourself to be the alpha male, you have to defeat all other men, or all the other males, right? Like, I know deer do it as well, where they fight with their antlers and stuff like that. And also, okay, hang on, I have to get back to the puzzle. Guys, why are we not building Miku here? There is a significant lack of Miku being built. Like, where's the rest of her hands there? Where are her hands and arms? I hate the fact that we have Nino's full face done already. Can I? There we go. There we go. I fixed the puzzle. Let's just carry on like this. But I feel like there are pieces on that side we need to fix, so... Ugh. Where does that ribbon go? Oh, this is part of Biku's ribbon. Alright, which chuckle... I just moved this piece down here, and then somebody just grabbed it and took it out to the side. Which one of you did that? Motherfucker! I just put that piece back in the middle! Who keeps moving that piece out to the edge? You piece of shit! I'm putting it there for a reason! That's where the dress is of Nino. Or the sleeve. There we go! I placed it. Now we don't have to worry about moving it back onto the edge there. I'm trying to find that one piece of the ribbon for ages. I mean, it's crazy that the less and less pieces there are, it somehow feels like it's harder to find it. I'm sorry, Daily Doge, but listen, we were both at odds there trying to fight over those pieces, Daily Doge. Oh no, Laser, what? What is that I said there? There's nothing more. I mean, to be fair, is there anything more masculine? To be fair, than dominating another dude. I mean, animals do it all the time, right? Okay, yes. Okay, so at least you included the end bit there where I said animals do it all the time. So now it makes sense. The context makes it so much better. Right? Like, when you understand that animals do it, it makes a little bit more sense, right? Are we nothing more but simple animals? I'm just trying to be the alpha male out here. That's all I'm saying. You gotta do what you gotta do. I do not want to do it like animals. I'm just gonna keep quiet from now on, Laser. I'm... Oh, National Geographic. And in their natural habitat, we have the male on his Sigma grind set, who appears to be courting the other male, who is also on a Sigma grind set. The two males are trying to top one another, but neither of them are a bottom. They are in a dilemma. Who shall top the other? Which male shall dominate the other? They are stunned. They do not know what to do. That's from a comic or a manga, right? I know that's a panel that I've seen where it's two girls on a bed that are, but it's like, oh no, and then the worst thing that they realize is that they're both a bottom or something like that. Where does this ribbon go? Like Sniper and Catchy says, I know for a fact this ribbon here is Miku's. Okay, there it is. Oh. I feel like there's so many pieces missing. Are there? I feel like there's some pieces missing. Oh, no. Wait. Yes! Okay. To be fair, the final piece of the puzzle, we're ending it on a big one. Miku / Ichika. And oh my goodness, hello and welcome. Raiders from Kit Kat. You came at just the perfect time to witness the beauty of the quintessential quintuplets out here. And first things first, let me give a quick shout out to Kit Kat. You almost nabbed the last piece. I had the joy. Also, funny again, the final piece of the puzzle was Miku's right boob. The final piece to seal it all in. But hello, Kit Kat, and hello, Raiders from Kit Kat channel. What were you doing out of curiosity, Kit Kat? You weren't by any chance playing that Sherlock Holmes game, were you? You have to go but have fun. Thank you, Respect, for coming by. Yes, my name is Shanaha. I am the leader, the commander of the Bongo Cat Army. And we're just spending some time here doing some relaxing puzzle making of some cute waifus. And thank you for following Arsel1000. And I appreciate the compliment of my model. My model is actually made by Archana Enjo. It's actually her birthday today as well, Archana Enjo. I'll link her Twitter there so you can see it. And thank you for following as well, Croco Hawk. And welcome as well, Greyhound Connect. And you finished Sherlock. I'm glad to see it that then. I'll have to go and catch up that in the VOD then. And see the ending to that. And thank you as well for following Kitashi. But now, seeing as though you guys have all come here, and now that we have the final puzzle built of the quintessential quintuplets, I have a very important question to ask. Those of you who have seen the quintessential quintuplets, who have watched it, who have read it, or even those of you who don't know anything about these 5 girls here, the very, very important question is, out of the 5 girls on the screen here, which one is your favorite? Which one would you choose as your waifu? And thank you also for following Mujuma. And okay, I will say, there is a correct answer out of these 5 girls. There is a correct answer. You know, they say that, it's everyone's opinions matter. Your opinion only matters if you say one specific girl. If you do not agree with that, then you're wrong. I'm sorry to say. You just came in the moment you rated Kit Kat. Hi. Hello to you too, then, Majima. You refuse to believe that all cute butts and thighs should belong in women. Ooh, okay, so I see Arsel and Kit Kat are on similar wavelengths. Arsel saying Miku, the favorite. I will say that is the correct answer, Arsel. Miku being the best girl is the absolute correct answer. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise. Although choosing Ichika as second is just as good. I mean, I suppose that's why the two are so next to each other and dead center there. As long as you do not choose Nino, the girl on the right side. That is all I ask. Just please do not choose the girl on the right, Nino, with the long hair. But Miku and Ichika are definitely the top 2 there. I see you said that you also started to play Vampire, Kit Kat. Ooh. That's very fun. Oh, wait, Arcel. Oh, no. You don't like Nina? If she wins, you'll give up on anime as a whole? Have you not? Oh, no, Arcel. Okay, well, I'm not spoiling anything, but I'm just saying. Have you not watched the manga or read the manga? Don't worry, it's not a spoiler. That wasn't oh no as in Nina would or would not win. I'm just saying, have you not, do you not know? Daily Doge, that it's tempting to ban anybody that doesn't say Miku as their favorite. And don't worry, also, that's not a spoiler about Nina may or may not be winning. Oh, but who knows? Maybe she does win. Maybe she doesn't win. Ooh, who knows? What would be worse? Would me telling you she won, but then she doesn't win, be worse than me telling you she doesn't win, and she actually doesn't win? The mental psychology! Ooh! I could say anything I want, technically speaking, and you won't know whether or not to believe me. But in all honesty though, like I said, my reaction of the oh no, was just based on the fact that you said that you don't know who wins. This is too big brain. You know for sure that it's gonna be a bad ending because even the author would have had a hard time choosing. I know. All I'll say is this. No matter what happens, you can't please anybody, right? Guys, what other spoilers are there? Snape kills Dumbledore. Darth Vader is Luke's father. Uncle Ben dies in the Spider-Man movie. Oh my goodness. Laser just got by a Ben D's nuts joke. Oh my goodness. And yeah, Aerith dies. What other spoilers are there? Hitler died, by the way. I don't know if that's a spoiler. But I guess if you didn't know, they lost the war. What other spoilers could there be? Actually, now that we speak about Uncle Ben and all that stuff and Spider-Man, they stopped doing that, right? They stopped doing the whole Uncle Ben dies in all of the new Spider-Mans because, I mean, after a while, everybody knows, right? I don't think there's gonna be somebody who goes into the Spider-Man movie going, whatever happened to Uncle Ben? You know, is he still kicking around? Whatever happened to that old rascal? And yeah, you had a feeling coming into this anime that it was gonna be really pissed off whatever the end. I mean, Arcel, there is a chance that you can have a happy ending. I suppose it's a 1 in 5 chance that you can have a happy ending. You just gotta hope that you choose the right girl. Also, if it's a harem ending, that's even worse than Nina winning. Okay, there's a 6 option then. There is a 1 in 6 chance that you can have a happy ending then, I suppose. Arcel. And yes, the Roman Empire collapsing is also a spoiler, as Majima says. Uncle Ben deserves to die in every movie. Oh my goodness, the poor guy. I wonder how many times Uncle Ben has died. You're by far margin your favorite viewer for sure. Well, I mean, you are one of the... Didn't you say that you were like one of the super viewers or something, Daily Doge? According to that Twitch recap at the end of the year. And no, Sniper Cat is another spoiler. Batman's parents die. Oh no. Oh, actually, even worse. Guys. Don't tell anybody. But Bruce Wayne is actually Batman. What? Can you believe it? Oh my goodness. Yeah, it's a 1 in 6 chance. I mean, technically speaking, there's even a 1 in 7 chance, because what happens if he doesn't choose anyone? What if Futaro chooses none of the girls? That's a 7th option? Or what if there's a random new girl comes in? That could be an 8th option? Yeah, like Laser said, the 7th option is nobody ending. But who knows, maybe there's a random character who shows up midway through the show. That could be an 8th option. Or even, what happens if, yeah, there's a 9th option. What if Futaro ends up being gay and chooses a man? Very fitting, because we were just talking earlier about Actually, I'll not say what we were talking about before you guys rated in. Maybe it's better that we not go back into that topic. And yeah, a random new girl that looks exactly like them. The hidden sextuplet appears out of nowhere. But yeah, they do, I suppose, give the spoil that there is a wedding at the end, or at the start of the show. They show that there is going to be a wedding. What if the man is a gay quintuplet and they were actually... Yeah, the secret ending is they actually find out that Futaro is actually related to them after all. He's their long-lost brother. Or even, yeah, he decides, you know what? Wow, these 5 girls are pretty hot. I wonder what their mother looks like. And then next thing you know, he ends up choosing the mother instead. Yeah, or it's never gonna give you up this. What if the quintuplet's mother comes back to life and he chooses her? Or even then, what happens if he chooses her despite her being dead? As your Daily Doge just pointed out as well, necrophilia. Necrophilia is an option. Not a good option. I should point out, not a good option. You should not choose necrophilia at any point in time, but it is an option. Yeah, that, as soon as we mentioned of, the possibility of a yaoi possibility, Kit Kat is suddenly ears up, perked up in the chair. And a spoiler for this stream, the cat is a primal savage hiding behind a marshmallow exterior. I don't... Red About It Man, I don't know what you're talking about. Let's not scare all of the newcomers here, shall we? I am perfectly friendly. Don't let Red Robotic Man's words distract you from anything else. That would be a 100 girlfriends who really love you reference. Oh, well, yeah, excluding obviously the revival and the coming back to life. Well, let's have a see though. Yeah, it would probably also... I mean, weddings are super expensive, right? It'll cost them a lot more than an arm and a leg for that many people to be married. You wish there was a plushie of my model because it looks so horrible? I mean, who knows? Maybe one day in the future, a year from now, 2 years from now, 5 years from now, maybe I'll get big enough that I can have my own merch and I'll make a plushie of myself. And then you can hug me yourself. Thank God you're not popular or anything, or else you'd be cancelled for the things that you say in Daily Doge. I mean, yeah, that necrophilia thing was quite something, I'll say. But let's have a look and see, though. Let's move on to... Let's do another puzzle, shall we? First things first, though, let's find another image. Actually, no, we were talking about Monogatari earlier, so why don't we build a Monogatari puzzle image? What is a good image that we can use? Oh, here's one. You approve this? I'm glad you do, Sniper Cactus. So let me quickly hide this, and I shall quickly set up another puzzle. Dude, not gonna lie, you were so shocked when you said, oh no, you're about to... Like I said, I only said, oh no, not because of, like somebody winning or not winning. The fact that you said you haven't finished it yet, that is why I said, oh no, he doesn't know about the ending. I didn't realize that, like, I didn't have time to process the rest of your message saying that Nino, you would hate to see Nino winning. So I accidentally said, oh no to that. But here's the thing though, like I said, I cannot confirm or deny now, because no matter what, you're not gonna believe me no matter what I say. I could say, no, trust me, Nino doesn't win, but that might be a spoiler, but that also might not be a spoiler. If anything, I just made you much more paranoid. The movie is legit coming in a month. You can avoid for that long. I'm curious, because I haven't watched the anime or the movie or anything like that. does the anime or is the movie going to adapt all the way to the ending? Because I'd hate to like have it go through like 2 seasons and a movie and not have a conclusion. Let me have a look and see. So this is going to be the puzzle that we are building. The Monogatari image here with all of the girls. And let's do it. Another 357 piece puzzle. What about? And yes, you did indeed call it, Laser. I mean, we were talking about Monogatari earlier, so I figured, why not? And the anime adaptation is S tier. It's super pretty. Ooh, maybe. I find it difficult to watch an anime of something that I've already read. But for those of you who want to join out and help build this Monogatari puzzle, there is the link in the chat. You can open that up in a new tab, and you can help build this puzzle. And also, if you're still here, by the way, KitKat, thank you again, once more, for the raid as well. Cannot thank you enough for that. I'll have to pop by that vampire the next time you play Vampire and give it a look. Whoa, is this a community type puzzle type game? It is! It's not really a game, rather, but it's more of a website, Arsenal. It's part of the Waifu Wednesdays that we do regularly on Wednesdays, where we build some puzzles. Some waifus. And yeah, like, you see what I mean, Arsenal, about just it feels like watching something a second time over if you watch an anime that you've already seen. And I see you once again. Normally, what people do is they should start at the edge pieces, but when waifus are involved, everybody goes to building their waifu first. We already have somebody building Shinobi's face there. We have Araragi's smile there. And who else have people building already? Mayoi at the bottom with her 2 eyes. Everybody's just gunning for their waifu, trying to build her first. Oh, and Never Gonna Give Up says that the second season, though, got up to the hot springs. Hot springs? That's already like halfway, I feel like. Isn't it? The hot spring arc. There's still a lot after that. Oh my, there's no way the movie adapts to the end of the manga then. There's no way. To be fair though, that means that there's a possibility of season 3 and 4 and 5 and who knows how many more. But Daily Doge said, changing to another anime, what do I think of Demon Slayer Season 2? Well, Daily Doge, I haven't even seen Demon Slayer Season 1, so I would not be able to tell you about that. But if what you say is true, since the movie is called The Final Chapter, and it really does adapt all the way to the end, they're going to be skipping a lot of stuff. If they're jumping from the second season ending at the hot springs all the way to the final chapter, that's a big jump. That's a lot of content to cover. But that's true though, as Sniping Cactus says, imagine, what if the movie or the anime doesn't follow the ending of the manga? Oh my goodness, wait, hang on. That'd be crazy actually, if the movie is an ending that is different from the manga. Oh my, I would have to watch it. I would have to watch it then. Assuming Miku wins. Only then I would watch it. Or even if Ichika wins. Or anyone winning, really. As long as it's not Nino winning. An alternate ending would be so cool. But the name though, also, by the way, I don't think I said it, but like I said, this is just a website. It's not like a game or anything, but the website is Jigsaw Explorer. So if you ever want to, make some puzzles with some friends yourself, the website is Jigsaw Explorer. But other than the edge pieces and the waifus, like what we said before, and the meta is that you start with the faces, and then naturally you end up building the breasts. It's just a phenomenon that ends up happening. And oh wait, did it go way further than hot springs? Oh, okay. In that case, then maybe it's not that bad then. I've covered a bit more ground. You didn't watch Monogatari at all, but is there something that would disturb in any way more than killing and blood? I don't think so, Majuma. I mean, there is a lot of like blood, and I don't want to say gore, but like I think in the first season, there's that fight with Araragi and Kambaru, where she like straight up rips him apart and like mauls him with her superhuman strength. But I don't think there's that many disturbing things in the show, Majima. And okay, it looks like Sniping Cactus is focusing on Kishot Accelera Orion Hot Underblade, aka Shinobu, with the classic donut in her hand. Okay, well, meanwhile, hang on. I'm spending too much time talking. I'm not spending enough time building Kambaru. They pull a Bokuben in, that's gonna suck. Wait. I know when Quintessential Quintuplets, the manga, was coming out, Bokuben was also coming out at around about the same rate. And they were also very similar manga as well, you know? The smart guy tutoring the group of girls. But I remember I tried reading it, but I just couldn't get into it. Maybe because I was too invested into Quintessential Quintuplets. But I'm glad then that I didn't watch Bokuben or read Bokuben if the ending sucked, apparently. It's never gonna give you upset. And the anime has so far adapted up to chapter 86. I think there was 120-ish chapters of manga. Let me have a look and see. How many chapters got to there's yeah, like there's about 120 chapters. 122 to be specific. So there's about 40% left. So maybe the movie can adapt it. They'll have to skip out on some stuff, I think. Oh, also, the place that I'm finding this information is on the official, the fandom wiki of the anime. And I'm so glad that on the right-hand side, when it shows popular pages, number 1, the most popular page on the Quintessential Quintuplets wiki is, of course, Miku. As it should be. And yeah, 40 chapters in 2 hours. Considering that it was a full season for 40 chapters before and after that in season 1 and 2, they're definitely gonna have to cut some stuff. And I think Miku is definitely the girl that all the guys, you know, all the guys, when they think, wow, I wish I could be like Futaro, so they could all date Miku. You know, the feeble, shy, and meek little character girl that, you know, oh, she just wants to get on by, and she's so shy. She's just like me. Oh my goodness, we'd be a match made in heaven. She's just like me. Wow. And I think that's also probably why a lot of people don't like Nino. Because she's the very brash, out there character. The haughty-taughty girl, full of herself and everything like that. It's okay. Oh, Mujuma says, it's okay. You just don't really like watching full gore and other things. Yeah. I actually think... I remember... what is it? There's some shows that they just use the gore and stuff like that as a shock factor to get you to, like, hook into the show. But that can go, like... It's a double-edged sword, right? Some people hate that stuff. But I will say, if you watch Monogatari, it's definitely there's a lot going on, like, visually. I mean, even, like, not even with the violence as well, but just, like, all of the camera cut, like, the amount of cuts that they do, you know, like, camera changes, angle changes, all that stuff. And then let's also not... There's the iconic, the flashing of the words on screen when people talk. Monogatari is like a visual affront to the eyes as you have to keep on staring and try and take everything in as fast as you can. Bro, you're not even jealous of Futaro, even though he has arguably the 5 hottest anime girls stripping for him. Because what he had to do them to earn the respect is not something he could ever do. I mean, yeah, teaching 5 knuckleheads some stuff is definitely... I would lose my patience if I were Futaro trying to teach those girls. Yeah, and it's also like while on top of like being a good smart student yourself. You'd agree, but oh, are we getting into the classic waifu wars? Rias, I assume it's Rias Gremory from High School DxD. You turn into some sort of hentai to get the... I mean, Delish, you're right. It's a good thing you're unpopular. Otherwise, you would get cancelled for the things you say. But okay, there we go. Sniping Cactus. My brother. I am more of an Akano fan. She's also voiced by Yoko Hikasa, who is the same voice actor for Akiyama Miyu, who also happens to be the best K-On! Girl. And she's also the voice of Shironono Hoki from Infinite Stratos, who is also the best girl in that show. Yeah, to be specific, best girl, not girl. It's because Akano is just that sizzling hot that you could cook and barbecue on her like a grill. That is why we call her a grill and not a girl. They're just that sizzling hot. Temperature so hot you could cook on them. You actually think none of the twins are the hottest, or even your top waifu. The Miku is top 3, but they all fall under S tier. Yeah. I mean, to be fair, if Miku is your favorite and you think that she falls under S tier, by the fact that they are quintuplets, I feel like all the other girls would have to fall under S tier as well, right? Just by sheer fact that they all look similar. Just give each one of them a haircut and boom, bing bada boom, you all have Miku. I mean, they literally do that in the show anyway. Is it honest misspell? Didn't think you'd have been able to misspell girl for girl. I would have owned up to that, Sniping Cactus. People do call girls grills after all anyway. Actually, don't look at that. I mean, I know in the anime with the different colored hair and everything like that, they do definitely make them look a lot more distinctive, but when it comes to things like in the manga, obviously, with all of them have the same hair color, so that makes it a lot harder. So especially in the hot spring episode, you know, where they all have their hair let down, same length, and all except for Ichika maybe, but she has a wig, and they're all wearing the same kimono. I swear, the author of the manga didn't even bother drawing 5 different girls. He just copy-pasted and had the same girl 5 times. But I suppose in the anime though, it's a lot easier to determine the difference because one, the hair color, but also the voices and the way they speak. In the manga, when you don't have the voices to go off, you don't have the mannerisms of the speech, it's a lot harder. But it's still doable, I think. The anime probably put more effort into making them different to make it... Yeah, absolutely. That's why I remember when the anime was first announced, the girls having different hair color was crazy. Because again, I suppose in the the colored covers. They already had different hair colors there. But a lot of people thought, isn't that just gonna give it away though? Because what happens in like the very first episodes where, you know, the 5 girls sneak into the school for their test or whatever, and they all dress up as, I think, Yotsuba? I think they all dress up as Yotsuba. Surely the characters would be able to tell, but even then, you know, the in-world characters don't even know the difference, even though obviously they have the very distinct hair colors. Friends wants to play League right now, so you're gonna like, oh, no problem, Majima. But to be fair though, can that guy really be considered your friend if they are forcing you to play League with them? Friends don't let friends play League. It's just a joke, of course. In fact, the only reason I would play League is if it is with a friend. I would never play that by myself. Oh my goodness. In fact, that means that you are a very good friend, Majima, to consider that you are going to play a toxic game with a friend. You're sticking one out for him. You're doing one for the team, venturing into hell there with your friend. Sorry for making you read so much text. You're super hyper. You're hyper from an energy drink. Oh, no worries, Arsel. You don't have to worry about me having to read too much. There's no such thing as too much reading. You're a masochist then? I think the funniest meme I saw recently of League of Legends is there was a recent meme going around where there were people in a bus and the people on the left-hand side were looking outside the window and it was like, you know, dark and gloomy. And on the right-hand side, it was like, you know, springs and rainbows and happy fields. You know, on the left, it would be people that worry about being cringe. They're all gloomy and sad. And then meanwhile, the happy people on the other side are people that aren't worried about being cringe. They're happy. They're not worried about what other people think. And then there was a League of Legends version there where it was both sides of the bus were just sad people. On the left-hand side, it was the people that lost the game of League of Legends. And on the right-hand side, it was the people that won. But even though they won, they were still sad. You think that having an active chat is what every streamer wants? I mean, to be fair, Elidosh and Arsel, seeing as though you were the one that were talking about reading too much. Technically speaking, in university, one of the courses that I did literally prepared me for this moment. One of the courses I had to do was professional communication. And one of the requirements was that you had to have a specific reading speed. You had to be able to read a certain amount of, you know, words per minute or lines per minute and stuff like that. And so I had to literally take a course on reading fast. So you don't have to worry about too much text. I should, in theory, be able to keep up with it. Yeah, it's one of the few times I've used something from school. That and I know that the mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell. Plus also, seeing as though it's just building puzzles, it's not like I'm playing a high-intensity action game that I can't take my eyes off the screen for any minute in time. In fact, that's why the puzzle is community-based, so that you guys in the chat can help and build a puzzle. Because Lord knows I would be getting absolutely nothing done if this was me by myself. I'm spending all this time talking shit and nonsense and no time actually building the puzzle. This is basically slave labor. I'm getting you guys to build this puzzle for me while I sit on my ass and just talk a whole lot of nonsense. Let's see though. We have suddenly made a lot of progress on Kambaru, which is lovely to see. Question is, where are the rest of her pieces? There should be a piece that has bandages for her arm. Is this it? Oh no, Red Robotic Man got it. And you know, I feel like I asked this when we had the quintessential good topics, but now it begs asking again. Out of the girls of the Monogatari series, who is your favorite? If you've watched it. If you haven't watched it, then at least based off of just appearances alone, who do you like the most out of the girls on screen here right now? Or the guy in the middle, I suppose, since he's also in the picture. Nothing wrong with choosing him. None is your favorite. Oh, Laser. But wait, Laser, weren't you the one that said that you enjoy short-haired girls? There's a short-haired girl right there. They're all decent, but none of them appeal strong. Ah, I see. I see Red Robot Man is a male enjoyer. Ararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararararar I'm probably the type of person to die in an escape room. Actually, that's a funny story. I actually have been in an escape room. And I did not die in it. I did not die, clearly. But the escape room was very funny. Actually, I'll tell the story now in just a second. Let me have a look and see the Sniping Cactus says, we all know that the best Monogatari girl isn't in this picture. Kaiki! Kaiki! That is actually very true, Sniping Cactus. But it looks like Daily Doge, you're gonna have to fight with Red Robotic Man for the dude in the middle, Araragi-san. Never seen it because it's too confusing to start. But can you bring the photo up for a bit? Oh yeah, no problem. Arsenal. So, you have... Oh, goodness, I'm not remember the names. Senjo Gahara is the girl on the lap in the middle there. On the right, holding the basketball, is Kambaru Suruga. On the left, the blonde-haired girl with the donut is Shinobu, or Kiss Shot Accelero Orion Heart Under Blade. On the bottom, the lower right, is Karen. The bottom middle is Mayoi. Bottom left is... Oh. I'm gonna have to Google now. Oh my goodness. The girl in the middle is the most your taste. Ah, Tsuki! That's it on. Thank you, Sniping Cactus. And then the girl up top with the... at the top middle is Tsubasa Hanekawa. And the girl on... Actually, wait. This isn't even all the girls. There's still people like Ogi. Who else is there that they didn't include? Izuko Gaien, isn't it there? Izo. Oh my goodness. And also Senjo Gahara's mom. Not Senjo Gahara. Kambaru's mom. Oh, and of course, the girl on the left there with the cap is Narashiko. And I see Laser says that Kambaru is okay, not a bad character. I mean, listen, Kambaru is, at least for me, Kambaru is my favorite. The girl with the bandages on the arm and the basketball. Never gonna give you up? Thank you. Never gonna give you up. You are my favorite viewer. Saying Miku and now Kambaru, we are on common ground. I shake my hand with you, never gonna give you up. Another one I just enjoys in general. Daily Doge doesn't choose any of the girls or the guys in the picture. Daily Doge chooses Red Bottock Man instead. That is who Daily Doge chooses. Let's see. Arsenal says the girl in the middle is the most your taste, but you don't know, none of them stand out. I mean, technically speaking, the girl in the middle, Senju Gahara, is sort of like the main character of sorts, or the main heroine girl. But yeah, the sisters are cute. I like Karen. Also, I know it's gonna sound weird because those of you who have watched Monogatari know that there is a very, very extreme scene involving Karen, the girl in the bottom right in the yellow jumpsuit. That is not the reason why I like her a lot. But a lot of people do like her for that. I'm just gonna say that. And yeah, there's Ogi, Ogi, the girl, the guy, and the Ogi is also a good choice. The spooky ghost. But there is a lot of characters missing. Oh, the doll character as well. She and she's also one of the few that yeah, she is the one that kissed him, right? She straight up kisses Araragi out of nowhere? Or was that somebody else? Gotta go now, but it's been lovely to meet you and to talk to you. No problem, Ursel. Feel free to stop by any other time in the future. It was nice to meet and talk to you too. Yeah, yes, exactly, Cyber Cactus. You return to the monkey. Ooh, Shinobu Big Four. Be careful about what I say. I kind of like Shinobu in her form right now, mainly because of when she has donuts. She is so adorable and so cute. Like when she goes to Mr. Donuts. I think, was it in, I forget which season of Monogatari it was, but there was an episode where she just pops out of the shadow and she's like, "Oh, Araragi, did you hear? There's a sale at Mr. Donuts. We have to go." It was so adorable. And yeah, okay, I can see now the people that know about Monogatari, Red Erotic Man, Sniping Cactus, Laser, all the people that know about the toothbrush scene. Oh, was that her name? Yotsugi Ononoki. Ah. Your dentist crushed that scene for you. Oh no, poor Crocahawk. Yeah, unfortunately, the dentists are a lot rougher than Araragi on Karen. Design-wise, your favorites are the short-haired Senjukara and Sengoku Naruko. Laser definitely has a short hair affinity, to say the least. It's a bit of listen, I know I said Shinobu in her younger small form is nice, but only because of her childlike joy of donuts is so cute. And yeah, see, like Sniper Cactus is Shinobu when she's found is so adorable. It's just that joy of donuts is so wholesome. Yeah, Ononoki is missing for some reason. I don't know why they chose specifically this set of girls and not any others. Yeah, a woman is a woman. Oh, but oh yeah, I remember Daily Doge was talking about me dying in an escape room. I actually did do an escape room last year with myself and how many of them? 3 other friends of mine, university friends. We were all in the same year group and everything. Because an escape room like venue had recently opened up nearby us, and we said, you know what? Some of the guys were leaving to go to other places, go home because of the pandemic. Some of them were going to study overseas, and so we said, you know what? Before we all go our separate ways, let's do an escape room together. Not fun, but turned into when they first meet with Shinobu. But when we were planning to go to this escape room, we were booking the venue, and there were 3 different escape rooms with 3 different difficulties. They worked on a 5-star difficulty, with 1 star as being the easiest and 5 stars being the hardest. There was a 3-star, a 4-star, and a 5-star difficulty. Now, my friends and I, when we were booking it, we were curious, and we thought, can we tackle a 5-star difficulty, the hardest one there is, just by ourselves? None of us had ever been to an escape room before as well, so we didn't have any experience. But we were like, you know what? The 4 of us, we are all 4 engineers. Surely we can handle a 5-star escape room. And so we did the 5-star escape room. The setting was, we had to break out of this doctor's appointment room. Or we are journalists going undercover into this doctor's appointment room because there are rumors that he has been experimenting on people and stuff like that. So we go in, and my friends and I are fools. We like to mess around and goof around. So the first thing we do when we enter this escape room, the first section is sort of like a waiting room, a lobby before you enter the doctor's office. The first thing we do is we flip everything upside down. Things we know obviously aren't the key, because we had to find a key to unlock the door into the doctor's office. We were doing the dumbest stuff. We were flipping up chairs upside down. We were taking the carpet upside down. We started reading the books and the magazines that were on display there, thinking, maybe the code is hidden in one of the magazine articles. We were basically trying to make each other laugh instead of trying to actually figure out the escape room. But the entire time, though, we had a phone that the supervisor could always text us and give us hints and whatever, which we didn't need that often, but we did need some help. Yes, I do, surprisingly enough, have friends Daily Doge, other than you guys, of course. That sounds exactly like what a group of engineers would do. Overthink and over-engineer. Actually, Laser, let me tell you. Once we then got past the waiting room and we entered the doctor's office. So in this doctor's office, there was like a bed or a gurney or whatever. And there were a lot of fridges and a lot of blood vials and some books and stuff like that. And there were some files of patients, previous patients and stuff like that. And now in this room, effectively speaking, to get into the next area, essentially there were a couple of locks. There were about 3 or 4 combination locks that we had to go through for different things. And there was like a UV light. I'm not going to explain all the methods of how we got those locks, but again, we joked about doing the dumbest stuff. Like we opened up in the fridge and there were props. There were like blood samples in quotes, right? It'd just be a jar with red liquid. And we would joke and say to each other, guys, what if we have to open up this jar and drink the blood? Do you think that's the answer? Do you think that's the key? So we tried to open up the jar of blood, and multiple times the supervisor had to send us a text saying, please don't try and open the jar. Please don't try and drink the fake blood. Please don't try and do that. And stuff like that. And there'd be times where we would also do very, very stupid stuff. My one friend, for some reason, said, oh, guys, I really need to go to the bathroom. Like, I really need to, like, take a shit or something. And so he joked about saying, let me just open up this fridge. And, like, what if I blow up my pants and take a dump into this freezer here and preserve it for the next group and stuff like that? Saying very, very outrageous things. And we were just like, stop messing around and help us out and stuff like that. This is very important as well. This comes into play later on. Him joking about doing dumb stuff like taking a literal shit in the freezer, thinking that is somehow going to help us out. But like I said, in order to progress through this room, we needed 3 combination locks. We were struggling a lot in this section, actually. We needed help fairly often. We needed like 3 clues. For one of the locks, we had 2 of the 3 numbers. So we needed 1 more number. Oh, sorry, no, we had 2 or 4 numbers. Oh, no, was it 2 or 3? Yeah, we had 2 or 3 numbers. And at one point I said, wait, guys, we have 2 of the numbers on the combination lock. Let's just brute force it. And so I just went and did through all the different possibilities until I got the lock undone without actually solving any of the riddles and stuff like that. And we were like, hey, we don't need it or anything. Only to then, like 5 minutes later, solve a different lock which revealed the number that we had to use for that previous lock. So we somehow did it in the reverse order. We unlocked the lock before finding the numbers for that own lock. And then later on there was a lock that had 4 things in it. And it was a word lock, you know. It's not a number lock, it was a thing where you have to make a word. Like a 4-letter word. And each dial would have a random assortment of letters. And so looking at this, I said, okay, well guys, surely in order to undo this lock, you have to make a 4-letter word. Like it's not going to be a random thing like RLTS. It's going to be a word like pale or boat. You know, one of these 4-letter words. So what did I do? I just brute forced it. I just said, how many different 4-letter words can I make? And eventually I did get it. So to be fair, the supervisor didn't say anything to us. So eventually, you know, we made it out of that room and we entered this secret hatch that led us to this very, very a pitch black room Now, a pitch black section where we only had a very, very tiny like infrared light to look around this room. And I think one of the clues was that there was, in this pitch black room, there was a door. Or not a door. There would be a hatch in this room. Or actually, no. Okay, so in this big room that is pitch black, there is a cage, a big cage. And in the corner of this cage, out of arm's reach, mind you, is a small key that will unlock this cage. Now, the way you were supposed to get it is that there is a series of locks in this room that will unlock a sort of a skeleton hand that you can then use to reach out and grab this key from the cage. Because you can't reach it normally. Because it's a very wide cage. But note, I said it's a very wide cage. It is not a very tall cage. So what we did was we had our tall friend climb on top of the cage and reach down from above in the corner. And he picked up the key from just reaching into it. Which is, again, not what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to unlock a barrel to get this skeleton hand and reach across. But instead, we just had our tall friend go over and above and just pick it up. So then we unlocked this cage. And then we read a note saying there is a secret hatch or a secret door that you have to go through to get out of this confined pitch black area. Now, this door was actually in this cage, at the backside of this cage. So you walk into the cage and you push back on it. But for some reason, when we read that there is a secret hatch, none of us thought to look inside the cage. We got outside and we started touching all the walls, pushing against all the walls, trying to find the exit. Until the one friend, he found a split in the wall, like a seam of sorts. And he said, guys, I think I found the door. There's a gap in the wall here. It must be for the opening in the door. And then he pushes hard against it. And it opens. The door opens. Little did we know, that was the emergency exit, because some people get scared of the dark, so they use the emergency exit out there. So he pushes against this door. The four of us all come barreling out, and we're out there in the reception area of the main escape room lobby. And we're like, hey, we got it. We made it out. Go us, woo. And the supervisor's like, wait, guys, are you guys giving up? We're like, what? No, we solved it. He's like, no. That's the emergency exit. You only come out of there if you're giving up. We're like, oh shit. We all bolt back into this bolt back into the room, close the door behind us. They're like, okay, well, I guess that was wrong. And then eventually we realized, oh, it was inside that cage all along that we had to push against to unlock that little hatch. And then that just looped us back around into the lobby area, or the waiting area of the setup. And then there was one last puzzle we had to do to free ourselves. And then we did eventually get out and get free. And we completed the solution, or completed the escape room in just under an hour. Just enough time. And speaking of completing, go us. Completing the puzzle here. I say that, I think I've put together 2-3 pieces. I've been talking about random nonsense the entire time. But go us, woo! And, oh yes! So, obviously, we now that we have finished this escape room, we asked the supervisor now. We were like, so how did we do? Were we the best group you've ever seen ever? And he's like, you guys did okay. He did have to help us out a couple of times by giving us hints on how to solve some of the puzzles. And, he did say that the fact that we brute forced our way through some of the challenges, not doing them correctly, was definitely not optimal. But the fact that we did finish it in under an hour was good enough, because there are apparently many groups didn't even make it into that pitch black room after the hour was up. And Laser, the thing is though, the supervisor said that he said that we were one of the most entertaining people to watch. But here's the thing though, when he said, I had so much fun watching you guys, we all stopped dead in our tracks and said, wait, hang on. You could see us? We thought this entire time he could just hear us and from a microphone or something. He's like, yeah, no, there were cameras in each of the rooms so I could watch over you guys. And then when we heard that he had cameras watching us the entire time, we freaked out laughing because we realized Then we said to the guy, wait, so you watched us as we joked about taking a shit inside your freezers and trying to open up these fake blood jars, trying to drink them. And he's like, yep, I saw all of it. We're like, oh my goodness, we're so sorry. We are so sorry. And yes, sniping games, I did it if it returned to monkey, but hey, it worked though, to be fair. It did work. And it was indeed the most Shanahan solution possible, Daily Doge. We were just, listen, it's not our fault that we are so resourceful. We had a tall guy, just, if there's something out of reach, use your long arms. There's a lock. Listen, I'm gonna brute force my way through that, no matter what. The one escape room you did was, you were with a family and, oh god, you should have, oh my goodness. Yeah, maybe that's the secret buff, is that we were 4 men. That's the only reason why we got through. We were a group of men that did the escape room together. They did nothing but scream until they solved it. And welcome back, Respite, by the way. The one escape room you did was supposed to be the first escape room. Oh, the first ever escape room in the Netherlands. That's interesting. I will say though, oh, actually, the other funny thing about this is, again, because of the setting of this escape room was that it was a doctor's office. When we before we entered, the supervisor said, okay, I'm going to give you all medical bands, you know, the ones that you normally get for patients at a hospital. And he said, you know, just for to set the mood, to set the atmosphere. It turns out, by the way, those bands were actually important because they included a code for the final puzzle that we needed. But in order to like play it off so we wouldn't get too suspicious of it, he said, yeah, it's just for the setting, right? So give me, for each of you, I just need you to come up with a reason as to why you would be going to the hospital. You know, so I can write it down on this tag. Yeah, escape the locker room. When you went through the emergency exit, the supervisor told you, I think you got the wrong door. Escape that. Yeah, we did indeed have the wrong door, Laser. But so the 4 of us then had to get these little medical bracelets or the medical armbands, right? Where you can write down the reason for our visit. Now, the first friend of mine, he was the most tame. He wasn't exactly, you know, as dumb as the other 3 of us. He said, I'm just coming here for a regular checkup, I suppose. And he's like, okay, cool. Checkup. Puts that on his arm. Next friend. He's a bit of a jokester. He says, can you say that I've come for breast reduction? Because he's a bit on the chubby side. So we were like, I get it. And so he said, okay, cool. Breast reduction. Very funny, very funny. You've come for a breast reduction. Third guy. What are you coming here for? And on the topic of surgery, he's like, oh, can you say that I've come here for penis enlargement? I was like, okay, sure. Your medical basement is for penis enlargement. Then it comes up to me. What would you like your tag to say? And this was around about the time, you know, the whole lockdown and everything was happening. So I said, you know what? Put me down for COVID. Say that I am patient 0. And the guy said, okay, cool. I'll write COVID, and that is your reason for visiting this hospital. And that was it. So then afterwards, once we finished the escape room, we decided, okay, it's getting a bit late. It's like 6 p.m. Shall we go get a dinner somewhere? So we decided to go and eat at a local restaurant nearby. And so we decided to sit down and eat there. And when we ordered our food, the waitress was very scared for a second when she came to order our food. We lost even though you won top and got an S in the end. Oh, in league. I mean, hey, at least you got an S, Majima. That means what? A chest for you and possibly a mastery token. But that's always the case, Majima. Win lane, but your team throws the game. But okay, so yeah, people are starting to put the pieces together. Now, at this restaurant, when we were making our orders, obviously, it took us a while to realize, but me having a little medical bracelet that says COVID, plus a very funny symbol, again, the symbol was part of the game, it was a code or a cipher, seeing COVID and then a circle with a plus inside the middle of it. Let me see if I can like draw it or something. So essentially, I had just a band on my arm that looked like this. COVID, and then this was a symbol. It was like a circle. A plus. So if you see this, COVID and a circle with a plus in it on a medical bracelet on this kid, you would definitely get some looks. And then we realized, oh, wait a minute, hang on. So we all had to like stop this waitress and be like, listen, I do not have COVID. This is part of an escape room. Here, I can prove it. Look at my friend. He has a bracelet that says penis enlargement. Does he really look like he had penis enlargement? I mean, I don't think so. Look at my other friend here. Does he look like he had breast reduction? Yes, he doesn't have any breasts, but that's not because of a reduction. That's because he never had the breast in the first place. Please believe us. And oh, you didn't get a chest, but yeah. Oh my god. Mujuma. I don't want to sidetrack over to League too much, but that is the worst feeling ever. It's always like that though. You always get S's when you're at mastery levels 1 to 4, but once you get to mastery level 5, where you need the S's, that's when you no longer get them. And yeah, putting the pieces together like a puzzle. Nice joke. Ah, exactly. Like a jigsaw puzzle. Yeah, I think maybe to be fair, maybe I should have listened to Laser. Maybe having a screenshot of me on stream with COVID and a plus is not very good. I'd hate for somebody to randomly roll by and thinking, wait. Maybe they would be like just like the waitress thinking, wait, why is this guy talking about him being COVID positive? Hang on. But let's look and see though. On that topic, now that we've relived my one and only escape room experience, and that we've built our puzzles. Actually, let's look through our puzzles that we built. So first off, we started with the Haruhi and Nagata Yuki one. Then we had the quintessential quintuplets one, where of course Miku, the shining star in the middle there. And then last but not least, we had the Monogatari one, where I did absolutely nothing. I was just talking about an escape room the entire time. But let's see though. Oh my goodness, your mom's COVID positive. Oh, Laser. I hope that your mom gets better sooner rather than later then. Hopefully she recovers from that nice and well though. And hopefully you are safe as well, Laser. A good story though. Yeah, I realized in the last stream I had, I think a couple of weeks ago when I talked about my time at university, I completely forgot about that. Because that does count as one of the things that happened in university. Like I said, I miss so badly my time in undergraduate with all my friends and the shenanigans we would get up to. And yeah, fingers crossed for your mother, Laser. You're safe, you haven't seen her in a few weeks, so you're not at risk. Okay, that's good for now then. But let's have a look and see then who we can raid though. Wait, I wonder is she... I think I might know who we can raid. Assuming that she is... let's have a look. Ah, okay, no, her subathon has ended. Oh, Valis is streaming. You're right, Valis is streaming. And who is playing Elder Scrolls? Oh, I have to peek in. Is he playing Skyrim on like PC or is he playing on something weird like his fridge? Okay, he's just playing regular Skyrim. You need to get ready for the gym abdominal area today. Oh, I mean, I know it's not the same, but I remember I was saying earlier today that I started trying to skip rope. And even just 20 minutes of that made my calves burn. So, I understand your pain, Sniping Cactus, even though it may not be to that same extent, but... I hope you get some nice gains today at the gym then, Sniping Cactus. And don't push yourself too hard. For now though, let's go ahead and raid Valis. To be fair, it wasn't 20 minutes constantly of skipping rope. It was more like 20 minutes of me doing 10 jumps at a time. And then occasionally tripping over myself and stuff like that. It was 20 minutes of learning. 20 minutes of attempting to skip rope. But until next time though. Before you all leave though, I will say the next stream will be on Friday. Same time, same place. 7 p.m. UTC +2. The stream on Friday is something that I'm kind of looking forward to. It is going to be a very special karaoke stream. More of a reading karaoke stream than anything else though. If you're curious as to what I mean when I say a special reading karaoke, well then you're just gonna have to come on by on Friday and then see what I mean. And if you haven't already, you can always follow me on Twitch and on Twitter, and then you'll always be updated when I do happen to do that stream. And also, while you're at it, if you're ever craving some more content while I'm not online on Twitch, you can also subscribe on YouTube and check out some videos there. Until next time though, let's go ahead and all say Shanna hello to Valis the Machine Elf. Are you reading the script for us? You know what? Maybe I should. What? No promises, Daily Doge. Like I said, you just have to come by on Friday and see. But have a wonderful day, Sniping Cactus, and everybody else as well. And yeah, maybe it's true. Maybe the constant stopping and starting, especially, like I said as well, because I'm not a pro at skipping rope, my jumps were very inefficient. I would be jumping up so high and stuff like that. I would be jumping way too high than necessary. But that's enough babbling. Let's go and raid Valis and say hello.